everyone. So I'm recording this short video to talk about the power of the mind actually. I'm not quite sure of the exact part that I want to focus on. So I'm just going to mix up like different points and hit the nail on the head, which is the main point I want to pass. So one thing that I have learned, so there's a different thing when you've read something and when you've actually experienced it. So this is more like what I have experienced after reading about it. So I've always been reading about, oh yeah, what's the secret? The secret is the law of attraction. The law of attraction is real. The mind is very powerful. And I've actually experienced it in the most basic ways, like in the most common things that you would actually find. I'm talking about things like you were thinking about someone that you've not thought about in a long time, and all of a sudden they just come up from nowhere on your Instagram feed. You see their post. Mind you, you had not seen their post in a very long time, but because you thought about them yesterday, all of a sudden it's either you got a call from them, you see a message from them, and you thought about them yesterday. I believe you can relate with that. That shows you how powerful the mind is, how powerful the thought can actually be. And this brings me now to why we need to be very, very careful about what we actually allow to feed our what we feed our minds with, what we actually take in, the kind of content, what we watch, what we listen to, who we listen to. It's actually very powerful. I can say this for once, that when you take in some content, the truth is that subconsciously it's doing something in you that you're not knowing. It's actually going to play out in the way you react, the way you believe in yourself, the way you see yourself, the way you see other people as well. So there's never anything like, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, I just follow the person. If someone is not exactly going in the direction you're going, if someone is, if anytime you go through certain posts on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and for some reason you know that this is not exactly impacting you positively, guess what? Block them or mute them. Stop listening to them. Stop watching them. That's it. Because guess what? By the time you listen to it the first time, you listen to it the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and you keep on listening to them, or you keep on seeing their post, and you know that this is not exactly going in line with where you are going, as long as it's not in line with where you're going, and you keep listening to them, subconsciously, it's going to affect you. This applies to every single thing. That's why you have the block button. That's why you have the mute button. Social media does not exactly have to, call the shots on how things go with you. There are people that you can unfriend. There are people that you can, stay away from. And that does not mean that you actually hate them. It just means that you need it at that point in time. The mind is powerful, and one of the best things that one can actually do for oneself, I've heard this from a lot of mentors, a lot of people, very successful people, they tell you, guide your mind. You need to guard your mind, guard your mind. Stand at the gate of your mind, because your mind has to be strong. Your mind, you need to be conscious about what goes into your mind, what you take in. So just in case you've not been doing that before, there's probably someone that you're not supposed to be listening to anymore. There's some persons that you need to limit the time you spend with them. There's some persons you need to increase the time that you spend with them. If you've not been doing that, then this is the time to start doing that. I hope this was helpful to someone. See you, bye.